You cannot control what other people say or do, only how you react to it. In life, we're going to have people that say or do things that evoke emotions in us. Sometimes those emotions will be good, sometimes those emotions will be indifferent, sometimes those emotions will be really bad. They will create quite the negative context in your mindset and evoke emotions in you that make you feel terrible. They might make you feel in a terrible way. You could be angry, sad. There's so many things that, when people react to what is said or done to them or what they experience around others, that they just don't sit back and realize their triggers. They don't realize that, you can control what other people say and do around you between your 6 inches of your ears. That doesn't mean you can control the situation of them doing it or saying it, whether it's an individual or a group. But what you can do is nobody has access to the 6 inches between your ears except for you. And if they do have access to it, it's because you've allowed them to have access to it. You honestly can control how you react. So if somebody says or does something that offends you, you need to practice to get to a point where you let stuff like that bounce off of you in your mental mindset. I started creating about, I want to say, I don't know, let's say 15, 20 years ago, somewhere around there, I started developing, and I tell myself this to remind myself that I have a negative wall in my head. And what is that negative wall? It bounces negativity off of that part of my mindset. So when I hear something extremely negative, I have a wall that I've created in my mental mindset to protect myself, to make it so that I'm aware that what I'm hearing or experiencing is negative and that it's not going to help me out. It's not going to help me out for that moment, for that day, for my life in general. And I literally have that thought bounce off of that wall and stay where it needs to stay, right? Not in my mindset. And, I may sound like some of the things I do are simple, or they may sound that they're incredibly hard. But what I will tell you is that in order to change your mindset, you must become mentally tough. You must develop habits within your mental mindset to, again, like I mentioned in regards to my mental wall that I've created that bounces negativity off. That's a habit that I've had to create time and time again. Does it work absolutely every time? Absolutely not. Does it work every single time? But the more I practice, the more I put effort in to control what I allow in between my 6 inches, and even the stuff that does penetrate within my mindset, how am I responding and reacting to it? How am I dealing with whatever is being thrown at me? Whatever I'm allowing to be thrown at me? Because sometimes we allow it by the associations that we have in our life. Who we hang out with is so imperative to what our mental mindset develops to become. So again, I've talked about this a lot. Always look at the associations around you. Look at the people you're hanging out with. And it doesn't mean when I talk about associations that some of your associations aren't going to have, character building moments and that they aren't going to share them with you. And you also need to understand what is personal to you and what is somebody just venting. The human condition or dealing with people in general is a complex process, but it doesn't have to be if we start to learn specific things to look for, specific things to utilize for ourselves to pivot and change our mindset. Our state of mind is controllable by us. So don't point fingers at others, get upset at them. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, what can I do better so that I don't allow other people's circumstances to affect me any longer. And again, it's not going to be perfect, but it is something that you can get control of. It's just going to take some effort. It's going to take some time, maybe some coaching and mentorship from others. Certainly, if you want to discuss this, DM me, reach out to me, drop me a comment below. Let's touch base. Let's have a call and see if I can possibly help you out. I can't guarantee anything unless we have a conversation. So I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Again, remember, you cannot control what other people say or do, only how you react to it. And that reaction of how you react to it is going to take some work, especially if you've never worked on stuff like that. It is not something that comes natural. It's something that is worked on. It's something that you earn by putting in the reps to develop a habit of protection and a habit of keeping yourself, leveling up and constantly climbing in life in your mental mindset. It takes work. Again, I look forward to talking tomorrow. God bless you all. Peace out. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Stay safe and stay out of trouble.